Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves, literally, in Jersey. You might have heard about the new fishing net rules, but trust me, there's more here than meets the eye. Personally, I think this is one of those stories that starts as a local update but ends up revealing something much bigger about how we manage our oceans. So, what's the deal? Jersey's just rolled out a bunch of changes to fishing regulations, and it's not just about nets, it's about safety, sustainability, and the future of marine life. But here's the kicker, these rules aren't just for the sake of it. They're backed by research from the Marine Resources team, which, in my opinion, is a refreshing change. Too often, policies feel like they're pulled out of thin air, but this feels deliberate. One thing that immediately stands out is the focus on mesh sizes. For static nets, they bumped up the minimum from 90 mm to 112 mm for recreational fishers and 100 mm for commercial ones. Now, if you're thinking, why does that matter? Let me break it down. Bigger mesh sizes mean smaller fish can escape, which is huge for sustainability. What many people don't realize is that overfishing isn't just about taking too many fish, it's about disrupting the entire ecosystem. By letting younger fish grow, you're essentially giving the population a fighting chance. From my perspective, this is a smart move, but it also raises a deeper question: why aren't more places doing this? Another detail I find fascinating is the extension of clearly marked nets around the whole island. The reason? Water sports have exploded in popularity since the last rules were set. This isn't just about protecting fish, it's about protecting people. If you take a step back and think about it, this is a perfect example of how regulations need to evolve with society. What this really suggests is that marine management isn't static. It's a living, breathing system that has to adapt to how we use the ocean. But here's where it gets even more interesting. These changes aren't just about the environment, they're about balancing commercial interests with recreational use. Commercial fishers, for instance, got a smaller increase in mesh size compared to recreational fishers. In my opinion, that's a nod to the economic realities of the industry, but it also shows a willingness to prioritize long-term sustainability over short-term gains. What makes this really interesting is how it reflects a broader trend in marine policy, the shift from exploitation to stewardship. If you asked me, the real takeaway here is how Jersey's approach could serve as a blueprint for other coastal regions. It's not just about fixing one problem, it's about creating a framework that works for everyone: fishers, swimmers, divers, and the marine life itself. Personally, I think this is what good governance looks like: data-driven, forward-thinking, and inclusive. So, what do you think? Are these changes a step in the right direction, or is there more to be done? Let me know in the comments. And if you take anything away from this, let it be this: the ocean isn't just a resource, it's a responsibility. How we manage it today will determine what it looks like tomorrow.